on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 15 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 15-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 10 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 10-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 5 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 5-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
on the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield. This is Montana State Bobcat basketball.
Inside, left hand slam. What was that?
Brought to you by Door Tech, raising the door on quality. Montana State University, mountains and mines. And by Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
On the final day of the regular season, somehow, someway, this battered, bruised, and beaten up Bobcat squad is playing for a share of the Big Sky regular season championship. Hello, everybody. My name is Keaton Gillogly. A pleasure to be with you on this final Monday of the Big Sky basketball season. We get set for the matchup tonight between the visiting Montana State University Bobcats, coming in at 17-13 overall this year. They are 11-6 in Big Sky play, tied for second place, a game back of Portland State. We're going to talk more about the standings in a moment. Their opponent today, the Northern Arizona University Lumberjacks. They come into play today at 10-20. They are 4-13 in the Big Sky. They are locked into either the 9 or the 10 seed going into Big Sky play. So they will have one of those first play-in games in the Big Sky tournament. But they are a team that now has lost 3 straight, and they're trying to find a little bit of a hot streak heading into Boise behind a very young backcourt that we will see today as we get ready to go from the walk-up Sky Dome tonight. The Bobcats trying to round out this regular season on a high note. All right, before we get into everything, let's break down where the Bobcats are going into this final day in relation to the standings and the seedings. So, right now, Portland State is 12-5. They have clinched a share of the title. That's it. They have not even clinched one of the top 2 seeds yet. There is still a scenario here where they could end up as a 3 seed and not get that bye between the quarters and the semifinals. Then it's Montana State and Eastern Washington, both tied at 11-6 in Big Sky play. Eastern Washington will tip off an hour after us. They are hosting Idaho as they look for their 9th consecutive win. If Montana State wins today, they will lock up at least a 2 seed. They've got the tiebreaker with Eastern Washington because of their 2-0 season sweep against Northern Colorado this year. So that is the difference. So if Eastern and Montana State both win today, then that means Montana State earns the 2 seed. Now, if Eastern wins, Montana State wins, and Portland State loses, we have a 3-way tie for the Big Sky regular season championship. And in the event of a 3-way tie, Montana State would be the number 1 seed in the Big Sky tournament starting next week. So pretty miraculous for Montana State with all that they have missing right now to be in a position where things fall correctly. Not only could they earn a share of the Big Sky title, but they could still earn a 1 seed. And to just win today, all they have to do is win today, and they have a 2 seed and will have that bye game where they only will have to play 3 games in 4 days in the Big Sky tournament. So in some ways they've got their destiny in their own hands, and in other ways they want just a little bit of help, as of course we'll be keeping an eye on Weber State and Portland State, although that won't tip off until 8 o'clock Mountain Time tonight. All right, let's get into some of our business for the day and break down this Northern Arizona squad and see why they're going to be in hot water today. Brought to you by Mountain Hot Tub. Mountain Hot Tub is Montana's largest hot tub dealer since 1979. Your authorized hot spring spa dealer with locations in Bozeman, Butte, and Helena. This is an NAU team that's allowing 79 points per game so far this year. They've been outscored by almost 10 points per contest. So they've been down to the bottom of the league standings for most of the year, and really they have struggled defensively. So can the Bobcats, after 2 pretty darn good offensive performances the last 2 times out, over 80 points in their last 2 home games of the year, can they keep some of those shots falling today against this Northern Arizona squad that has struggled at times on the defensive side? We're expecting to see 2 true freshmen starting in the point guard, or at the guard position today. Chris Coleman, who just threw up an NAU freshman record 34 points a couple of games ago, will be in the backcourt along with Brennan Peterson, who's up from Scottsdale, Arizona. But both those guys, true freshmen, who have been playing well for Northern Arizona. Other than that, they've got a little bit of size. Diego Camposano is 6'6", but that's kind of about it. Him and Travar Jackson, 6'7", out of Alaska. Those are the two guys to look out for in the front court for this Northern Arizona team. But, of course, no Carson Tout, who is now with Notre Dame. He played with Notre Dame this season. Had a decent year, although Notre Dame struggled mightily. And there was actually an interesting news report. Carson Tout signed with an NFL agency and apparently is going to try to give the NFL a go, despite not playing any football at all. So kind of an interesting headline that came out from or about a guy who spent a long time here at Northern Arizona and played some big-time games for the Lumberjacks. So that's what our Mountain Hot Tub opposing team profile looks like. We're going to take a break in a little bit. We're going to talk a bit to head coach Matt Logie, break down some of the X's and the O's, and get into really some of the competitiveness of this Bobcat team. I'll tell you, just traveling around with them, there is not a moment off for anybody on this roster or in this coaching staff without something being competed for within this group. We're going to talk about that and more with Coach Logie. And, of course, we'll get you caught up on what the scoreboard situation looks like heading into the final day of the regular season. The Bobcats have an opportunity at a share of the regular season Big Sky title. It would be just their third in the 2000s in this century, and it would be potentially their second of the 2020s. All right, we're taking a break. Coming back with your Kendall Ford keys to the game as we get ready for Montana State and Northern Arizona. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Attention Bozeman, a sparkling new gem has arrived. Goldsmith Gallery Jewelers, your destination for extraordinary jewelry and exceptional service. Searching for the perfect engagement ring? Our vast selection includes pieces from top designers with stunning diamonds from a half carat to sky's the limit. And don't forget our anything promise. Purchase your rings from Goldsmith Gallery Jewelers, and if anything happens to them, we'll replace them, no questions asked. Goldsmith Gallery Jewelers, where Montana gets engaged. Open in Bozeman across from Gallatin Valley Mall.
Ready to upgrade your space? Choose the local experts at Futura Cabinetry Inc. With over 50 years of experience, no job is too small. From cabinets and counters to closets and full installations, we deliver exceptional craftsmanship at the best pricing in town. Come meet your neighbors at Bozeman's best cabinet shop, Futura Cabinetry Inc. Quality, value, and experience you can trust.
Game day or work day, Montanans count on strength, precision, and reliability. At DoorTech, we bring the same championship mindset to every garage door we install, service, and repair. Rooted in 6 generations of Montana grit and committed to excellence, we're proud to serve the Gallatin Valley and proud to cheer on the Bobcats. DoorTech, rooted in family, committed to excellence, focused on you. Come see us at our new location in Belgrade, 195 High K Street, or visit DoorTechMT.com.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
Keaton Gillogly back with you from Flagstaff. We're getting ready to go for Montana State and Northern Arizona today. The Bobcats need a win in order to secure that number 2 seed. If they get the win, they have the number 2 seed locked up, which would have them playing at 8 o'clock in the second round on Sunday, March 8th. There's still a shot to get a 1 seed as well. Oh, so much on the line as the Bobcats still have an opportunity for a share of the regular season title today. All right, let's get to our Kendall Ford keys to the game presented by Kendall Ford of Bozeman. Once again for the Bobcats, going to have another fine performance on the glass. They dominated the rebounding battle against Sac State on a Saturday, out-rebounding the Hornets 50-21. They're going to have to do the same thing again today against Northern Arizona. It's a team that doesn't have a ton in their front court in terms of size. Howie Keene coming off that double-double on Saturday with 11 points and 11 rebounds. Can he be a part of this thing? Can the Bobcats really seal off the glass? They've been good rebounding the basketball since they got beat on the offensive glass against Weber State now about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks ago. So can the Bobcats dominate that? Got to keep hitting shots. Can't let NAU get hot from the perimeter. They're a young backcourt. If they start hot, they often stay hot, as so many young players do. So you got to take care of business in that regard, and then just stay locked in. I mean, this is a massive game. This is a legacy game. This is a program game, a tipping point game for Montana State. They get a win today. They lock up that 2 seed despite all of the injuries, and certainly still have a chance to hoist some hardware today, depending on how some of the other games shake out today. So getting ready to go for Montana State and Northern Arizona. A couple of Bobcat alums are in the house today as well. Sam Leckalot and John Olmstead are here today, ready to take in some Bobcat basketball. And one other note we should make mention of is we are saying goodbye to one of our Big Sky colleagues, Mitch Stroman, the broadcaster for Northern Arizona, retiring after this year. 30 years as the voice of NAU basketball and football and beyond, and today being his final regular season game as the voice of the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks. So cap tip to the 30-year voice, Mitch Stroman's been a heck of a ride, heck of a career, and he's got one more ride tonight and then on into the Big Sky tournament. Okay, time for another timeout. When we get back, we'll get you caught up on the rest of the scoreboard, and then we're going to talk with head coach Matt Logie. But first, a timeout. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success. Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
Visiting West Yellowstone during the winter is a rare treat. The snow-covered landscape, frozen waterfalls, and frosted trees create a surreal winterscape. You'll enjoy our renowned hospitality, authentic Montana cuisine, and unmatched recreational opportunities. We encourage our guests to recreate responsibly and plan ahead to ensure a memorable trip. Plan your experience at DestinationYellowstone.com or YellowstoneDestination.com.
At Intermountain Health, we believe life is a circle. May yours surround you with insight, a healthy perspective, trust, and reassurance. The belief that our differences aren't that different, and compassion just when you need it most. Life is a circle. May yours help you live the healthiest life possible. Intermountain Health.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
Keaton Gillogly back with you as we get set for Montana State and Northern Arizona on the final day of the regular season. The Bobcats have so much to play for, with a chance at the title and a chance for a 2 seed in the upcoming Big Sky tournament. All right, let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard presented by First Interstate Bank. We start on the men's side. This is one of the first games to tip off today at 6 o'clock. Also, Montana is at Northern Colorado today at 6 o'clock. Right now, Montana is tied for 4th place with Weber State. Northern Colorado at 9 and 8 right now, but they have assured themselves of staying out of that first day of the Big Sky tournament by way of their record against Idaho this year. So Northern Colorado is in a decent spot right there, but they will miss that first day, which was a big Herculean effort for them to do that after their 1-7 start. The other game we're going to keep a very, very close eye on today, starting at 7 o'clock, is Idaho at Eastern Washington. The Bobcats and the Eagles both tied right now for second place at 11 and 6. We could still have a 3-way tie for the regular season title between Portland State, Montana State, and Eastern Washington. If we have a 3-way tie, Montana State will be the 1 seed in the upcoming tournament. And then also Weber State at Portland State at 8 o'clock tonight. Portland State still has not actually locked up an opportunity to get a top 2 seed in the event of a 3-way tie. They would actually be the number 3 seed by way of their 0-2 record against Montana this season. So for Portland State, a lot to play for because, again, they do not have that bye locked up. They do not have a top 2 seed locked up. And then Idaho State is at Sacramento State, with both of those teams sitting at 5 and 12. So one of those 2 teams will presumably play Northern Arizona, and the other one will play Idaho when we get to the Big Sky tournament. So that's what's going on around there. In men's basketball around the country today, number 1 Duke is at NC State at 5 o'clock, and number 6 Iowa State at number 2 Arizona. That one coming up at 7 o'clock today. Don't forget the women are in action back at home today. That game tips off at 7 o'clock. Daniel Sally will have that call starting at 6:45. Women's basketball also looking for a share of the regular season title today as well. They need a win and an Idaho loss against Eastern Washington in order to lock up a share. They will have the 2 seed regardless, though, and so they will be playing at 2:30 p.m. Montana time on Sunday, March 8th in the second round. A win would get them the bye on Monday before getting to the semifinals with the playing the winner of the 3-6 matchup, with the final championship game coming on Wednesday, March 11th. That's at 3 o'clock for the women. For the men, if the Cats have the 2 seed, it'll be 8 o'clock on Sunday. If they have the 1 seed, it'll be 5:30 on Sunday, with ideally a bye on Monday. Of course, if they end up in the 3 seed, then we play the late game on Monday in the 3rd round or quarterfinals. And then the semifinals would be either 7 o'clock or 9:30, and the championship game for the men is at 9:30 Montana time on Wednesday, March 11th. We'll see how many wins the Bobcats can rack up between their 2 squads. But we do get to Boise with everything, hopefully for the Cats, starting on Sunday, March 8th. So that's what we've got coming up down the stretch here. All right, we will step aside. When we come back, we'll have a chance to sit down with head coach Matt Logie. Get ready to go for Montana State and Northern Arizona today. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Welcome to the bundle event. Entering now our undisputed tag team champions, the mid-size SUV and the mid-century modern. Together with a State Farm agent, this auto and home duo are a powerful force of savings, service, and customizable coverage. Now, let's get ready to bundle.
Contact Bozeman State Farm agent Dan Rust today.
Availability and amount of discounts and savings vary by state.
Game day or work day, Montanans count on strength, precision, and reliability. At DoorTech, we bring the same championship mindset to every garage door we install, service, and repair. Rooted in 6 generations of Montana grit and committed to excellence, we're proud to serve the Gallatin Valley and proud to cheer on the Bobcats. DoorTech, rooted in family, committed to excellence, focused on you. Come see us at our new location in Belgrade, 195 High K Street, or visit DoorTechMT.com.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, But in about 7 billion years, it's going to explode, obliterating the Earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee owned and serves southwest Montana with 9 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
Back on the pregame show, getting set for Montana State and Northern Arizona on the final day of the regular season. Keaton Gillogly alongside head coach Matt Logie. All right, Coach, you got a team that's been through so much, and yet you still have a chance to play for a championship on the final day of the regular season. And I think one of the things that really stands out is your team's competitiveness. Tell me what you see from your team in terms of their just competitive fire day in and day out.
Well, I think they have the attitude that you would look for in a competitor, and that they really care about one another. They care about the mission more than their individual role in that. And you know, they're very resilient. We've been through, like you said, a lot of different adversities this year. They've stepped up to every single challenge to create an opportunity like today. And you know, quite frankly, these are the days that we talked about with each and every one of them when we recruited them. And so it's a great reminder that you know, great things happen when great people get together and don't care who gets credit.
You played Northern Arizona here for the first time since very early in the season, the second game of the year. How different is this Northern Arizona team going into this matchup today?
Yeah, very different. Their personnel has shifted and adjusted as the year's gone on. A couple of their young guards have really stepped up to the challenge and created you know, kind of a different style of attack in terms of their offensive identity. And then, you know, they've just continued to really find ways to be aggressive and fight and turn people over. They're one of the best teams in the conference at creating turnovers. And so we know it's going to be, we got a great battle on our hands tonight.
Of some of these guards, who are you looking for? Who do you got to make sure you really kind of cut the head off here in this game for Northern Arizona?
Well, Chris Coleman is the most dangerous of the group. You know, he's someone that's gone for 30-plus points in a conference game already as a freshman. Pretty dynamic with the ball in his hands. He's a good athlete, despite being, you know, just a younger body, not quite as physically strong, but he's got good twitch, good quickness, can shoot the basketball, can use ball screens. So a talented young player.
In the paint, obviously they don't have Carson Towne after his decade here at Northern Arizona, but in general, how do you guys match up with them in the paint, and how do you win this rebounding battle today?
Yeah, Traviar Jackson has done a really good job of stepping up in the front court for them. He's a high-flying athlete, a guy that can go up and get the ball off the rim or off the pass, and somebody that is very active in their ball screen defense. And so his speed and his you know, activity on both sides of the ball has been really effective for them. And then Diego Camposano has kind of settled into his role as a 4-year guy here, and a guy that can really spread the floor and shoot the basketball. So those guys complement each other well, and you know, we're going to have to make sure that we pressure the basketball, defend their three-point shooters. They've got a number of guys that can really step up and make shots, like Abelman and Camposano and Shaw and Coleman and the likes.
All right, Coach. Well, here we go. Big one today. Appreciate the time and the insight.
Thanks a lot. Go Cats.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll be ready to go with the starting lineups and tip-off between Montana State and Northern Arizona. For head coach Matt Logie, I'm Keaton Gillogly. This is Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Local is more than where you do business. It's how you serve your customers and communities. And for us, it's why we do what we do. At Stockman Bank, we offer convenient, innovative financial solutions backed by the power of quick, informed local decisions. So you receive the services you need when you need them. We don't just believe in local, we are local. We are Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. Member FDIC.
Quitting smoking, vaping, or chew isn't easy because nicotine is extremely addictive. Plus, everyone's different. What worked for me may not work for you. That's where Quit Now Montana comes in. And it's free. You get a quit coach and a custom quit plan tailored to you, including free nicotine replacement therapy, patches, gum, or lozenges. Bottom line, Quit Now Montana works. Time to make it work for you. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW or go to quitnowmontana.com to get started today. Montana Department of Public Health and Human Services.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Montana State Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
The brand is one of the most recognized in healthcare. The fact that we've been in Montana for over 80 years shows our strength. I'm Lisa Kelly, president of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana. I'm proud that we have the local presence, and yet we're also very fortunate to leverage the size of our larger organization, including innovative products and services at the larger national level, and be able to bring that to Montana for all of our members in the future.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Ribbon Chop House. We have locations in Bozeman, Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Livingston, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. Join us on Tuesday nights at 6:30 in Bozeman for great food and fanfare with the Cat Chat Coaches Show. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Ribbon Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats!
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
Echoing
to the cup, one hand slam
from the brick.
And the brick is back to life.
And all throughout the great state of Montana.
Put it on the highlight reel.
It's time for Bobcat.
There's the juice.
Basketball.
Floats it up and in, and he beats the buzzer. To the cup, the rack attack. Deep three. Bang. Oh, baby. He backpedals, shaking his head, saying, you can't cover me. Rises and rattles the rim. A two-hand slam.
The best is yet to come.
Bobcat Basketball is brought to you by Town Pump Food Stores, proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild Series, and by First Interstate Bank, built for you. Tip-off is just moments away from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth. Here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
Anthem wrapped up. They still have the colors on the floor right now, which they will retire here as we speak. And we get ready to go for our tip-off coming up in just a few moments between Montana State and Northern Arizona. All right. Colors retired, and we are ready to go for the Bobcats and the Lumberjacks on the final day of the regular season. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. You're listening to Montana State basketball. My name is Keaton Gillogly. Pleasure to be with you today as we get ready to go for Montana State and Northern Arizona. For the Bobcats, a win means a 2 seed and that coveted bye, which would require just 3 wins in 4 days in order to head back to the big dance in the NCAA tournament. A win and a Portland State loss at home against Weber State tonight means the Bobcats would earn a share of the Big Sky regular season title. All right, let's get ready to rock. We're ready to go for Montana State and Northern Arizona. Let's get to our starting lineups, beginning first with the visiting Montana State Bobcats, led by third-year head coach Matt Logie, coaching in his 99th game as the head coach at Montana State. He is 49-49 overall. He is 0-2 in this building. He has not won yet here in Flagstaff, and he is 29-24 in Big Sky play. So looking for his 30th Big Sky win today, and boy, what a big one it would be as the Cats come in at 17-13 overall, 11-6 in Big Sky play. So still a good shot at a 20-win season overall this year as well. So the starting lineup: Jeremiah Davis, Seth Almenrud back in the starting lineup, replacing the injured Pat McMahon, who is out again today in the walking boot. Jed Miller, Christian King, and Chris Hodges are the starting 5 for Montana State. On the other side, it is Shane Burkhardt, his 7th year at the helm of Northern Arizona. Overall, an 85-131 record. He is 43-82 in Big Sky play all time. His starting lineup looks like this: Chris Coleman, true freshman out of L.A., is in the backcourt, along with a fellow true freshman, Brennan Peterson out of Scottsdale. Ryan Abelman, 4th-year player, spent his entire career here, is Diego Campusano. Diego Campusano. Another legacy player here who's been here throughout his career is Ryan Abelman, who is their leading scorer, and Travar Jackson in the front court, along with, as we mentioned, Diego Campusano. So that is the starting lineup for Northern Arizona, being Coleman, Peterson, Abelman, Jackson, and Campusano. Which schools will win the Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the upcoming year? Check out how your favorite school is doing at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Winners announced in June 2026. The Learfield Directors Cup is powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics. Montana State in the road, Navy Blues today with the gold lettering outlined in white. Northern Colorado in the home whites with the navy blue lettering and numbers, and the mountain silhouette along the ribcage and side of the shorts. Can Montana State get Coach Logie above 500 in his 99th career game at Montana State? And can they get Coach Logie his first win here in Flagstaff? A couple of losses here the last 2 years. Last win here was back in 2023. Both teams taking the floor now, standing and splitting the A of NAU across midcourt. Jackson and Hodges are ready to tip this thing off. Travar Jackson out of Anchorage, Alaska. Started at community college, then Tarleton State, then Grand Canyon, across from Chris Hodges, and we are ready to go. The ball is tossed in the air. Bobcats win the opening tip, and we are underway from 6,900 feet in Flagstaff, Arizona. Montana State with a basketball to our right. Seth Almenrud has the dribble at the top of the key. NAU has struggled on the defensive end. The Bobcats take advantage after hanging 80-plus last weekend. Hodges drives and kicks. King, right corner 3. Off the iron, no. Fight for the rebound, and it's out of bounds. Staying with Montana State. Jed Miller hustling for the rebound, beating the true freshman Chris Coleman. Final regular season game of Jed Miller's career. Inbound to King, makes the catch, lays it up good. Through contact, didn't matter, and Christian King able to finish it off for his first 2 points in his first year in the Bobcat Blue and Gold. King averaging 12 points and 4.5 rebounds this year. Coleman, bounce pass into the middle of the lane, kick out to the right corner. Peterson looking for room, nowhere to go, has to take it out to the top of the key. Peterson throws over to the left wing. Abelman gives it to Coleman. Coleman crossing over, picks up a double team in the mid-post. Nowhere to go, has to get rid of it. Now here's Abelman turning into the lane. Handoff underneath. Jackson got blocked. Chris Hodges swats it away, and the Bobcats will take the possession. Chris Hodges, his 33rd block of the year, and he has done a lot to deny opponents at the rim. One of the best shot blockers in the league. MSU leading 2-0 over Northern Arizona. Bobcats won the first meeting in Game 2 of the Big Sky season. They opened the Big Sky calendar year against Northern Colorado on the Thursday and NAU on the Saturday. Into King, makes a contested catch, goes up, got blocked underneath by Jackson. On the go and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country? Download the free Varsity Network app, available on Apple and Android with new features this season. It's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. Cats inbound it. Christian King hauls it in out near the half-court line. 6 seconds to shoot. King out on the right wing, 5. Crosses over 4. Spins into the lane. Follow AJ. Pure. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Christian King with the first 4 points for MSU. Only played 15 minutes on Saturday in the win against Sac State. Had some foul trouble, and Howie Keene and Jaden Stepp were playing well, so his minutes were a little limited. Travar Jackson knocks down the floater in the middle of the lane. His first 2 points. But Christian King coming out hot to start the day. Seth Altman-Rude out of the right wing. Cats have a 4-2 lead early. A little pressure out high with a double team. Down to Hodges on the right baseline. Works his way into the lane. Steps through. Lays it up. Left it short. Got his own rebound. Back up. That one swirls out. And Northern Arizona has the rebound. Boy, that looked good. Just didn't have the spin. Abelman sets it up for Northern Arizona. Bobcats try to snap a 2-game skid in Flagstaff. Drive and a bounce pass underneath. Goes out of bounds. It'll be the Bobcats' possession. $17:45 to go, first half. MSU leading 4-2. Town Pump's the exclusive sponsor of the exciting Brawl the Wild. They invite you to visit a Town Pump store on your way home for gas and snacks. Safe travels from Town Pump. Almenrud run off the line, gives it to Christian King. Moves right around a Davis screen. Takes it down to the right baseline, turns the corner, kick out left corner. Almenrud's first 3. Off the inside of the iron, no good. And the rebound grabbed on a bounce by Northern Arizona. Almenrud's been so hot at home, not as hot on the road, and he starts 0 for 1 today. Turn to the corner inside Kumin, gets cut off by Davis, puts up a contested jumper, that's no good. Got his own rebound down on the left block, and NAU goes back to work. Kumin throws up the top. Abelman has it knocked free, it's out of bounds and staying here with NAU. Went off the hip of Jed Miller. Hodges takes a seat. Jaden Stepp into the game. Coach Logie with a little extra intensity today. So much on the line for Montana State. Shot at the title today with a little help and a win. Bounce pass out to the right wing. Here's a drive. Poom gets into the lane, goes up, lays it good. Just barely. Carl Poom, his first shot attempt of the night, picks up his first 2 points. This game tied at 4, 16:40 to go, first half. Bobcats were so hot from 3 this last weekend. Almenrud, right wing 3. That's no good, off the mark, and NAU has the rebound. So Bobcats have started 0 for 3 from downtown today. Abelman hands it off on the right wing. Coleman bounce into the right corner. Working inside Poom. Double team cut off on the baseline. Looking to get rid of it. Jump pass ahead to the top. Abelman slings into the left corner. Peterson tries a 3. That's no good. The Bobcats have the rebound. Here's Jaden Stepp in transition. Throws out Almenrud and slows it down. Gives to Miller. Steps to his left, goes into the post. Stepp makes a contested catch. Kick out. Almenrud, wide open 3. Yes! There it is. Seth Almenrud knocking it down from deep. He had a mile between him and the next NAU defender, and Almenrud has his first Wendy's 3-ball of the day after he racked up 11 over the weekend. Bobcats retake the lead up 7-4, 15:45 to go in the first half. Abelman drives, can't get it to fall. Jaden Stepp had the defense, and Jeremiah Davis has the rebound. Davis, one-on-one, to the rack, lays it up and in. A quick, easy crossover, and Jeremiah Davis has an easy lay-in, his first 2 points. 9-4, Montana State leads, 15:20 to go in the first half. Couple of Cats breathing heavy here. Kumin out on the right wing. There's a stoppage coming. Up the top, Poom. Handoff at the top for Abelman. And then has it knocked free but recovers thanks to the active hands of Almenrud over to Kumin. Steps inside, lost it, and the Bobcats have the loose ball. That was Seth Almenrud that got a hand on the rock and helped force the turnover. Step into the post, spins into the lane, pivoting on the left foot, fall-away jumper way off the mark and airballed it. And that will take us to a stoppage from First Interstate Bank broadcast position. All right, a couple of guys heaving right now. That was quite the flow through the first 5+ minutes. 14:55 to go first half. Montana State leading in the early going, up 9-4 over NAU. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Who's ready to experience Montana's high alpine like never before? This winter, Big Sky Resort unveils Kirkcliff, a stunning 2-story glass observatory at the summit of Lone Peak, surrounded by unobstructed views spanning 3 states, 2 national parks, and countless mountain ranges. The most thrilling part of the experience, standing at 11,166 feet on a transparent glass floor. Plan your visit to Big Sky and experience Kirkcliff, redefining what it means to experience Montana's high country.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 50 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 50 years. Go Cats!
Are you ready to quit smoking, vaping, or using tobacco? QuitNowMontana.com is here to help with free personalized tools and support anytime you need it. You can connect with trained coaches, get tips that work, and find the motivation to keep going. Thousands of Montanans have quit, and you can too. It's free, confidential, and it works. Visit QuitNowMontana.com today and start your journey to a healthier you. Montana State leads it 9-4 against Northern Arizona. 14 minutes, 55 seconds to go in the first half. We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, courtside, next to the Bobcat bench. Montana State needs a win to secure a second seed in the Big Sky tournament, which comes, of course, with that bye after the second round. So you get the day off between the second round and the semifinals if you're going to win and if you get that win in the tournament. So a lot on the line for the Bobcats, who are also trying to get Coach Logie his 50th win at Montana State and his first in 3 tries in Flagstaff. Bobcats send Howie Keene out for the first time today, coming off his first career double-double, had 11 points and 11 rebounds in a career-high 30 minutes on Saturday. He was magnificent, getting extra minutes in the absence of Pat McMahon, who re-injured that ankle and foot area that's been bothering him all year, so he is in a boot, but he is here with the team. Northern Arizona with the basketball to our left. Moving out to the left wing for Abelman. He's pestered, goes to his right, takes it to the top. Now needs to redirect traffic. Bounce pass to Poom out of Estonia. Pestered on the left wing now. He works inside against Step one-on-one. Spins to the left shoulder, tries to step through. Got blocked from behind by Christian King, and Jed Miller cradles the Bobcat rebound. Ahead to Step out of the left wing. Into the left corner for Almenrud. Back up top and around to the right wing. King, he's open. His 3. Got it. Christian King wide open, starting red hot. He's got 8. Good to see Christian King knock it down some shots. Make it 7 rather. His first Wendy's 3 of the game, and Montana State has a 12-4 lead with 14 minutes to go in the first half. And AU moving the ball around the wing. Oakland Fort has it. He throws up top for Poom. He tries a quick trigger 3. That's no good. Jed Miller clears the Bobcat rebound. Montana State winning the battle on the glass right now, 8-5. MSU with the ball. Go down to Step at the elbow. Puts it on the floor, gives it back to Miller off a screen, gets through an armbar, throws back to Keene, pumps the 3, works inside, throw back out to Step. He rises for 3, and it's good. Jaden Step pours it in from deep for his first bucket of the night. He's hit 5 of his last 8 from downtown over the last couple of games. Just like that, an 11-point lead for MSU with 13:24 to go in the first half. Northern Arizona coming off of two very lopsided losses over the weekend. They were at Idaho at Eastern. Fort drives and kicks. Extra pass to the right corner. Here's a three, and it's good. Chris Coleman knocking it down from deep, a 38% three-point shooter, a true freshman out of L.A. Bobcats with the ball. Miller down inside. Kick out left corner, then to the left wing. Here's Almenrud from deep. That's no good. Rebound, one on a hop by Northern Arizona. The Bobcats now 3 for 8 from downtown today. Actually make that 3 for 7, rather. And AU moving the ball around the perimeter. Kuman's got it at the top. Handoff on the left wing for Poom. Give it over to Oakland Fort. Working beyond the perimeter, now trying to get inside. Gives it to Poom at the free throw line. Backing in on Jaden Stepp. He builds a wall. Steps through, scoops it, and traveled. Great defense by Jaden Stepp. They're letting a lot go cleanly. It's been a well-officiated game for the first 7.5 minutes, and Poom really lowered his shoulder against Jaden Stepp. They could have called it offensive foul if you really wanted to, but they saw the whistles there, and Jaden Stepp just built a big-time wall. That's some good defense inside. Jed Miller's going to get his first rest now. It's into Jeremiah Davis, who checks back in for MSU with 12:25 to go in the first half. Bobcats leading 15-7 over Northern Arizona with a championship on the line today. Jaden Stepp turns the corner, gets down to the right baseline. Long pass tipped, and it will go out of bounds. Heads up play there by Jeremiah to just let that go. The Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites, proud sponsor of MSU Athletics, the Montana State Alumni Association. The Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit ComeOnIn.com to book your stay today. Bobcats have the ball from left to right. 12-10 to go in the first half. 10 seconds to shoot. Jeremiah Davis to the top. His bounce pass is taken away by Kuman. 3-on-1. Bounce pass underneath. Then down to Abelman. Pumps it, lays it. No! Fight for the rebound. We got a whistle and a jump ball. And there's a technical. Jeremiah Davis was the retaliator. Abelman got a little feisty with Howie Keene, and then Jeremiah Davis with a light shove. It wasn't super malicious. He was trying to protect his player, but a little too much there. All right, we're going to go to a media timeout. Jeremiah Davis has a dead ball non-contact technical, or contact technical. They are going to look at this, and we're going to take a break for our media timeout with 12 minutes to go. So a feisty fight for a jump ball. Jeremiah Davis protecting his guy and picks up a technical. So we'll step aside from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 12 minutes to go in the first half. MSU leads 15-7 over Northern Arizona. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
At Northwestern Energy, we're committed to helping all of our service areas thrive.
Because these communities are more than just spots on a map, they're our homes too.
From hosting charity events and funding local scholarships
to leading economic development projects, we'll continue to donate our time and resources
to help deliver a bright future for everyone.
For more information, visit northwesternenergy.com/inyourcommunity.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
If you want variety, great prices, and sales, stop by your local Town Pump. Coors and Miller 18-pack cans and bottles, $18.99. Pump It Up members save an additional $2, only $16.99. Town Pump, convenient and right down the road.
Town Pump, right down the road. Pump it up, yeah.
Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 12 minutes to go in the first half. Montana State leads Northern Arizona 15-7. Not only is dairy delicious, but it also promotes health as well. Just 3 servings of dairy a day improves overall wellness and may reduce the risk of developing some chronic diseases. It's a quick, convenient, and economic way to make sure you are staying strong and healthy on and off the field. All right, so they did review that last play, nothing extra. Jeremiah Davis hit with a technical foul, probably correctly administered. It was a vigorous fight for the loose ball. Diego Camposano and Howie Keene got tied up. There wasn't anything too extra there as Howie Keene went down. It was just, again, a vigorous fight for it. But Jeremiah Davis with a light push in the back of Camposano, and that drew the technical, and I think that was all correctly administered there. So 2 technical free throws here for Ryan Abelman. First free throw for Abelman is good, the fourth-year junior out of Vegas. Next free throw is through, so Abelman hits them both on the technical free throw. Northern Arizona will get the ball. They'll also get the next jump ball as well because the technical negates that jump ball that they had called. So NAU will inbound the basketball. They're going to get it in. They do to Kumin. He's underneath, down to the left block. Has to bring it back out and throw up to the top for Isaiah Shaw, who had a monster performance in Bozeman back in January. Back to Kumin. Back to Shaw, down to the left block. Double teamed. Pivoting. One dribble. Jump pass out to the top. Here's a three. That's no good. And Jaden Stepp has the rebound after the Camposano miss. He is 40% from downtown. That was a good look. Cats with the ball. Jed Miller doubled. Gets it out to Howie Keene. Back to Miller. Dribbles to the top of the key. Lob into the post. Jaden Stepp hands it off to Almenrud. Works his way inside. Puts up a runner and got it to go. Seth Almenrud found his spot down to the mid-post on the right side with a little runner. Almenrud's got 5 after he hung 43 total points in the 2 games over the weekend at the Brick. Northern Arizona with the ball. Oakland Fort has it. Thrown up to the top. Camposano hands it off. Moved around to Kumin on the right sideline. Back up to the top for Shaw. 10 to shoot. Handoff for Fort 9 over the left wing. Here's a 3. That's no good. And Jeremiah Davis grabs the rebound. So a couple of missed threes here by NAU. Bobcats have the ball with an 8-point lead. Jed Miller lobs down underneath. Jaden Stepp has it down to the right baseline. On the right side, gets into the lane. Pivots on the left foot. Turns, hooks, got it. Beat the smaller true freshman guard. And Jaden Stepp took him to school with a couple of spins. Stepp's got 5. MSU leading 19-9. 10:25 to go in the first half. Kumin throws up to the top of the key. Camposano has the bounce. And a foul. Howie Keene caught him on the arm. First foul on Keene. Only the second foul called all night. Bobcats have 2. Northern Arizona have 0 team fouls to this point. 10 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the first half. MSU leads 19-9. Travar Jackson, one of the starting forwards, checks back into the game for Northern Arizona. Into Kumin, way out near the half-court line. Puts on the floor with the left hand to the elbow. Slows down there, now gets down into the left block, working on Miller. Has to bounce it out to the top. Abelman turns the corner down to the right elbow. Keene suffocates him. Handoff Camposano looking for room. 6 to shoot, and has his pocket picked. Jeremiah Davis with the steal in transition. Gets into the lane, slows down wisely, and kicks it back out. Bobcats reset. Smart play by Jeremiah Davis. Davis gets it back. Up to Keene, around to Miller on the left wing. Turns up to the top of the key as 2 defenders chase him. Goes back into the left corner. Almenrud slashes into the lane, goes to the rack, lays it short, and the rebound grabbed by NAU. Lumberjacks have hit just one of their last 8 shots, trying to get going. Kumin transition 3. That's no good off the back iron. Jed Miller tracks down the rebound. He's on the move, styles up a transition 3. Book it. Jed Miller with his first Wendy's 3-ball of the day. And the Bobcats extend their lead up 22-9. 9:20 to go first half. Good to see from Jed Miller. He hit 8 threes over the weekend in Bozeman. Kumin turns the corner, weaves down to the right elbow, cut off. Jaden Stepp in front of him, and he lost it. Jaden Stepp knocks it away. The Bobcats force another turnover. That's the 5th for Northern Arizona this first half. Miller to Almenrud at the top, puts it on the floor as he touches the paint, gets down near the restricted area and kicks it back out to Jeremiah Davis. Thrown over to the left elbow for Jaden Stepp. Back to the basket, goes left around a screen to the baseline, work it in on a smaller guard, turns, falls away from 10 feet. Jumper's no good. Maybe the exact shot you're looking for, and Oakland Fort has the rebound. Up to the top, On the drive, Campusano cut off down to the right block. Almenrud in front of him. Here's the jumper, and it's good. Diego Campusano able to finish it off. Averages 6 a game. Did not score against MSU in the first meeting back in Bozeman in Game 2 of the Big Sky season. 8 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first half. MSU leads 22-11. Alley-oop to the top. Caught by Keene, then knocked out of bounds by NAU. The Bobcats will inbound it as Chris Hodges checks in. Christian King in. Step out. Almenrud out. So Jaden Step has been good. 5 points in the early going. Seth Almenrud has 5 points on 1 of 4 shooting from downtown today. MSU to inbound. Into the left corner. King. Quick trigger 3. Short. Rebound tipped. Jostled and won by Northern Arizona. Lumberjacks move from right to left, trailing by 11 with 8 minutes to go in the first half. Down to the right block, fall-away jumper. Campusano got it to go. Hits the bottom of the net. Diego Campusano, the fifth-year senior in his final game here in Flagstaff. Stoppage coming at the next whistle. Free-flowing game so far today. Here's Hodges at the elbow, puts it on the floor, out to the right corner. Miller thought about a 3, turned it down. Gives it to Hodges, down to the right baseline, still out high, gets himself into the paint, working on the freshman, and draws the foul. We'll see if that is shooting or not. Kuhlman picks up the foul, and it will be a shooting foul, so Chris Hodges will be at the line as Chris Coleman picks up the first team foul for Northern Arizona today. Let's step aside for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 7:36 to go in the first half. Montana State leads Northern Arizona 22-13, trying to lock up at least a 2 seed in the Big Sky Tournament. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at the MSU bookstore, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. The MSU bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org or on campus in the Strand Union building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at the MSU bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase goes directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students. Go Cats!
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
See every play, every big win, every Cats moment with the clarity you deserve. Advanced Thompson Vision, our team specializes in LASIK and cataract surgery to help restore and improve your vision, because when it comes to cheering for the Bobcats, you don't want to miss a thing. Advanced Thompson Vision, proud to be the official LASIK provider of Montana State Bobcat Athletics. Learn more and book your consultation today at advancedthompsonvision.com. From the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, Montana State leading 22-13. They did not trail at all throughout the weekend against Portland State and Sac State. They have not trailed today. Can the Bobcats maintain this lead out front, keep this thing rolling throughout the night, trying to get Coach Logie his first win here in Flagstaff in his third try. Bobcats 0-2 in the first 2 trips to Flagstaff under third-year head coach Matt Logie, coaching in his 99th career game. So his 100th career game will come in the Big Sky Tournament. The question is, when will it come? If the Cats win, then they secure that 2 seed at least, which would have them playing at 8 o'clock on Sunday. If they end up falling to the 3 seed or even lower, technically they could fall apparently as low as the 5 seed, according to the league office. Then they'd play on Monday. But you don't want to have to mess around with that as Chris Hodges goes to the line. He has 2 free throws due, and the first is no good. Hodges had 18 points in the 2 games over the weekend. He was 7 for 9 from the field, so he was pretty efficient. Always good to see. The senior transfer from Wisconsin puts the second up and in. Hodges splits the pair. That's his first point of the night. And the Bobcats lead it 23-13 with 7:35 to go in the first half. NAU with the basketball. Chris Coleman has it. Standing dribble out at the top. Coleman left, down to the mid-post, leans in, swatted. Whoa! Jeremiah Davis got up and knocks it away and doesn't react. Like it's just regular old business. He got way on up there. Him and Chris Hodges were up at the top to knock that thing back across the baseline. Plenty of time on the shot clock with 17 to shoot. Into Coleman, works his way down to that left baseline, and Jeremiah Davis throws a wet blanket over that idea. Poom at the top, hands it off on the right wing. Isaiah Shaw pulls up the free throw line. That jumper's no good. Hodges tips the rebound around, and Christian King then picks it up on a hop near the baseline. Bobcats secure the rebound. Jed Miller turns the corner. Kick out King. Left wing three. Yes! Christian King puts it home for his second three of the day, and Christian King the first to double figures with 10. Bobcats starting to knock it down for three. They're 5 of 10 from deep. And AU moving it around the perimeter. Poom takes it to the left wing, turns inside on Hodges. And a travel. Good defense by Hodges. Poom shuffled that pivot foot, and the Bobcat force another turnover, the 6th of the day for Northern Arizona. Bobcat basketball is brought to you by Kendall Ford of Bozeman, a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great. MSU with the ball to our right. They lead it by 13. 6.5 to play in the first. Miller, long skip pass to King on the left wing. He puts it on the floor, backs his way down to the mid-post on the left side. Still backing in. Steps through and has to kick it back out to Howie Keene. 6 to shoot. Handoff for Miller, 5. Miller to the right wing, 4. His pass tipped Keene. Top side 3 is up. No good. Front iron. And the rebound grabbed by Northern Arizona. So the Lumberjacks stand tall defensively that time. Fort into the lane, down to the right block. Hook shot up, no. And the rebound tipped and won by MSU. Bobcats with the ball. Again up by 13. Cats defense has been good here in the first half. Jeremiah Davis has a double team in front of him. Throws down to Hodges on the right baseline. He gets into the post down on the right block. Turns, hooks it, and got it. Chris Hodges, confident, affirmative, knocking it down. He's got 3, and that extends the Bobcat run. They're on a 6-0 run now over the last 2 minutes. Trying to just keep pushing this thing out. Be in control on a championship day of the final day of the regular season. Lob into the post, Poom. Down to the left baseline. Pestered by Hodges. Bounce pass out to the left wing. Peterson throws to Fort at the top with 6 to shoot. Oakland Fort left around a screen. Throws back up to the top. Poom tries a 3. Front iron, no. Jed Miller streaks in for the Bobcat rebound. 4th rebound for Jed Miller today. Miller takes it to the left wing. They get the play call in, get it into Hodges. 5 minutes left in the half. Hodges gets inside, hooks it up and in. Boy, he had the advantage against his man. Didn't blink. He went right after it. 5 points for Chris Hodges, who continues to take step after step over the course of this year. He's one of those guys, if he gets hot heading into the tournament, good things can happen. Oakland Fort throws up the top for Poom. Around to the right wing, Peterson turns the corner, gets into the lane, pump fake, and has to kick it out. And then Christian King steals it away, and the Bobcats force another turnover. King works his way down to the left baseline. We got a whistle. Ooh, and an offensive foul. Oakland Fort going down, taking the offensive foul on Christian King. That has happened to him now a couple of times. King a little frustrated. Coach Logie right up in his ear right now. King was ready to argue about it. Listens to his coach, and now his coaching staff telling him to let it go. Good play, bad play, next play. That's what they say in football. Applies right now. Around to the left wing. Coleman throws up the top. Around to the right wing now. Ball just moving around the perimeter a lot. Gets up the top. Now a drive. Lefty layup. No. Jackson couldn't finish it. The Bobcats have the board again. Up 30-13 with 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Almenrud. Give it to Keene at the top. Handoff for Hodges. Then around to the right corner for Christian King. Skip past the left corner. Almenrud triggers the 3. That's no good. And a foul. And it's going on Hodges. Coming over the back, fighting for the rebound. Good effort, though. by Hodges. All right, let's step aside for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 3:49 to go in the first half. Montana State leads it 30-13 over Northern Arizona. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Belt, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Belt.
Qdoba Bozeman is a proud partner of the Montana State Bobcats. Make your winning play at Qdoba. Show your spirit with your own salad, quesadilla, bowl, burrito, or nachos, and all your favorite toppings. Score big and add free guac and queso to your entree anytime, any day. Hungry yet? Stop by Qdoba at 855 South 29th Avenue right after the game for the ultimate flavor MVP.
Toyota is a proud partner of Bobcat men's basketball. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. 3:49 to go in the first half. Montana State leads it 30-13 over Northern Arizona. Bobcats have not trailed in 2.5 games. They didn't trail against Portland State. They did not trail against Sac State. They have not trailed today and currently hold their largest lead of the day. 5 for 12 from the three-point line. That's 5 Wendy's 3 balls, 2 from Christian King, who leads all scorers with 10 points today. The Bobcats try to finish the regular season at 12-6, which is no small feat, to say the least, with all of the injuries they had faced. Davian Brown going down after 21 games when he was averaging 13 a game. Kevin Holden went down in the 8th game of the year. He was a starter and a guy who is a dynamic shooter. He is a really, really good shooter. Hadn't really gotten going yet, but he had hit 46% from the three-point line last year, playing at the D2 level. Waka and Botch played 11 games before an undisclosed injury has knocked him out for the year. He's here, he's traveling. And Pat McMahon injured in the Portland State game on Thursday. NAU with the basketball. Oakland Fort hands it off on the right wing. Kuhlman takes it into the lane. Looking to get rid of it and does. Out to the top. Fort left around a screen. Weaves into the lane. Down to the right block. Fall-away jumper off the glass. Good. Oakland Fort gets it to go. The senior from Phoenix, who hit one of the biggest shots in Big Sky Tournament history a couple of years ago to upset the 1-seed Eastern Washington with a half-court buzzer beater. MSU with the ball. Jaden Stepp hands it off for Almenrud. Turns the corner down to the right baseline. Picks up the dribble. Throws up the top. Keene gives it to King. Christian King on the left wing. Dials up a 3. That's good. Christian King is feeling it today. He's got 13. Well on his way to his 4th 20-point game of the year. Toss over to the left wing, Kuhlman. Kuhlman goes right around the screen. Inside and then kicks it out. Fort rises for 3. That's good. Oakland Fort pours it in. Just his 7th 3 of the year. Bobcats with the ball. Up 33-18. 2:35 to go first half. Around to Stepp on the right wing. Hand off for Almenrud. Then to Keene. He tries a topside 3. That's no good. Missed it left. NAU has the rebound. Fort into the front court. Works his way down to the left block, gets in deep, kick out to the right corner. Coleman skips it out to the left side. Campisano slashes into the lane, cut off, goes down to Jackson. He's swarmed, goes up with the left hand. That's no good. And the Bobcats win the rebound. It's Seth Almenrud coming out of traffic with it. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, and a timeout called by Montana State. On the sub, want a little breath. seen the coaches use a few more timeouts, more for just getting some breath than anything else. Yeah, the Bobcats going to take a few deep breaths and a little bit of a water break, trying to earn a conference win on the road. They're 3-5 on the road in Big Sky play. They went 8-1 at home. And, you know, for the Bobcats, as banged up as they are, Eastern Washington, the hottest team in the league by far. They've won 8 straight going into their game against Idaho later tonight. And don't forget, Eastern Washington lost someone who was really one of the best scorers in the league. Andrew Cook, one of the top returning scorers in the league, got hurt in the offseason. So he's been out all year, never even played in the game. And yet, Eastern Washington is the team that I think scares everybody in the league more than anybody else. Cats inbound the basketball in the front court as they get Jed Miller back into the game, and Jeremiah Davis takes a seat. Over to the right wing for Howie Keene. Turns up to the top, around to the left wing. Miller goes down into the post, and Step lost it. Tip free, and Northern Arizona able to corral it. Boy, that thing really got pinned around, and the Bobcats end up turning it over. NAU with the ball. Coleman against Miller. Goes left around a screen, poked away from behind, a foul. Miller's been called for that a couple of times over the last week or two. His first foul. Still only the 5th team foul on MSU. Only 1 team foul on Northern Arizona in this half, which is that's crazy. Oakland Fort with it. 1:30 remaining in the first half. Goes left around a screen over the wing. Crosses over to the elbow. Spins into the paint. 2 steps. Hook shot up and in. Scoops that thing off the window, and Oakland Fort in his final game here in Flagstaff getting hot. He's got 7. Only averages 2 a game. Miller into the left corner. King back to Miller. Makes a contested catch. Steps up for an open 3. Swirls it home. Jed Miller with his second Wendy's 3-ball of the day. Miller with 128 career threes at Montana State, the 4th-year senior. Boy, one of the great legends of this decade in Bobcat basketball. Coleman to the mid-post, pump fake, throws it back out to the top. Fort tries the 3-ball. That's good. Oakland Fort feeling himself today. He's got 10. Playing in his 125th career game. Final 35 seconds of the first half. Cats could use a bucket here as NAU is starting to chip into that deficit a little bit. Jaden Stepp. Travel. A little frustration now from Jaden. Got to bring Jeremiah Davis back in. Jaden Stepp will take a seat. Jeremiah Davis into the game. It's a very small lineup now. Miller, Almenrud, Keene, Davis, and Christian King. Shot clock off, 28 seconds to go in the first half. 36-23 MSU. Huge possession now for NAU. So they can take it back to a 10-point game after trailing by as many as 18. Cats need a defensive stop. They've held NAU to 36% shooting in this first half. Oakland Fort, the hottest of hands for NAU, has the standing dribble. Jed Miller with some soft defense. Now 10 seconds left in the half. Fort over the left wing to 8. Fort still with the dribble. 6 into the lane. 5 goes up. Reverse layup short, and they draw the foul. 2 free throws here at the end of the half. Christian King, his second. And Oakland Fort will go to the line. Forced 0.2 seconds left in the half, so the Cats should be able to get a shot up and off. Fort's first free throw is good. Only his 4th attempt from the line this year. He's now 2 for 4. Hodges checks in for Howie Keene on the MSU side. 4 seconds left in the half. Free throws up and good. So Fort hits them both. He's got a dozen. Let's see if the Cats can knock down a buzzer-beating bucket at the end of the half. Christian King gets it into Jed Miller down the right sideline. 3 into Almenrud. 2 in the right corner. 1 jacks up the 3. No good. And the first half comes to a close. The Bobcats opened up an 18-point lead. And that now has been cut to 11 at the half. All in all, solid first half for MSU as they shoot 50% from the field in the first half. Let's step aside. Montana State leading Northern Arizona 36-25 at the half. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Debilitating joint pain can keep you from doing the things you love most. At Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, we take a holistic approach to your orthopedic surgery, combining state-of-the-art orthopedic capabilities with whole health optimization. We'll work with you to identify and address any medical issues prior to your surgery. Our optimized health approach ensures your surgery is just the beginning of a new, pain-free life. Explore more at bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Back in Flagstaff, Montana State leading it at the half. Leading it at the half over Northern Arizona, up 36-25. Pretty darn cool moment happening right now as Mitch Stroman, 38-year voice, retiring after this 3-decade run at Northern Arizona. The football team has come out and put him on their shoulders. How about that? They just had a nice little moment for Mitch Stroman at halftime. They gave him kind of a plaque with a microphone on it. They gave him a piece of wood that they cut off after touchdown, spray-painted voice of the Lumberjacks. And then the football team just came sprinting out. They lifted Mitch Stroman up, put him on their shoulders, and then walked him around the arena. That was pretty cool. Good for our colleague Mitch Stroman. Happy to see that, and happy to see him well honored today. He was not expecting that. That was a sight to behold. The surprise on his face, and the joy and the glee and the fear of being up that high on top of a bunch of football shoulders. So congrats to the 30-year voice retiring after this year, Mitch Stroman of the Lumberjacks. All right. Bobcats on the floor have a 36-25 lead. They've hit 7 of their first 16 three-pointers in that half. It was led by Christian King. He went 3 for 5, 13 points. Nice to see from Christian King in that first half. Cats held Northern Arizona to 36% from the field. Oakland Fort, though, getting hot. He's got 12 points on 4 of 5 shooting. Cats were dominating the glass. That has started to even out a little bit. They're now just +1 at the moment. MSU did a nice job forcing some turnovers. They forced 7 turnovers in that first half. Cats have turned the ball over 4 times on their end. So all in all, solid first half for Montana State. Got to keep it going, though. NAU hit 4 of their last 5 shots at the end of that half and did grab a little momentum after the Cats had opened up an 18-point lead. That has been cut to 11 at the break. All right, we'll step aside. More to come. We'll get you caught up on some of the Big Sky scoreboard on the final day of the regular season. It's Montana State 36, Northern Arizona 25. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Ready to upgrade your space? Choose the local experts at Futura Cabinetry Inc. With over 50 years of experience, no job is too small.
From cabinets and counters to closets and full installations, we deliver exceptional craftsmanship at the best pricing in town. Come meet your neighbors at Bozeman's Best Cabinet Shop, Futura Cabinetry Inc. Quality, value, and experience you can trust.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee owned and serves southwest Montana with 9 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Belt, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Belt.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Montana State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Pickleball is the fastest growing sport in the U.S. for a reason. It's instantly fun, easy to learn, but can take years to master. In Pickler Bozeman's state-of-the-art indoor facility is truly spectacular. 13 courts, a full gym, and shower facilities with tons of space for pride events and parties. Drop in and see what everyone is talking about. Take the cold out of winter and join the fun. We're at the half with Montana State leading 36-25 over Northern Arizona. 2 games on this final day of the regular season have tipped off so far. Northern Colorado leading Montana at halftime, up 27-23. That game in Greeley as Northern Colorado tries to pull into a big tie in the middle of everything. Northern Colorado still has a chance to continue to climb the rankings here. They're trying to go to 10-8, trying to knock Montana to 10-8. Meanwhile, Weber State plays later. They're 10-7. And they're playing in Portland State at 8 o'clock tonight. If the Bobcats win today, a Portland State loss would mean that the Bobcats would earn a share of the Big Sky regular season title. It would be their 7th all-time since the Big Sky came into existence back in the early 60s. Also later today, Idaho State at Sac State. And Idaho at Eastern Washington, that one at 7 o'clock. That one is also very, very big. The Bobcats do have the tiebreaker against Eastern Washington. If the Eagles and the Bobcats tie for second, that means MSU would have the number 2 seed, that coveted number 2 seed. And the reason they'd have it, if you go through the tiebreakers, it ends up being because they went 2-0 against Northern Colorado. So that Monday game after the win against Montana at home in mid to late July, or January rather, that's the difference. That game on that Monday is the reason the Bobcats have the tiebreaker against Eastern Washington, going 2-0 against Northern Colorado, who's just beaten up on everybody in the league after their 1-7 start. For Northern Colorado with a chance to get to double-digit wins in Big Sky play this year after a 1-7 start is pretty crazy. There have been some pretty wild runs in the league so far this year. Eastern Washington a part of that, having won 8 straight. All right, we will step aside as we get ready to go for the second half. Montana State leading Northern Arizona 36-25. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby, top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Ribbon Chop House. We have locations in Bozeman, Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Livingston, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. Join us on Tuesday nights at 6:30 in Bozeman for great food and fanfare with the Cat Chat Coaches Show. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Ribbon Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats!
Town Pump, the exclusive sponsor of the exciting Brawl of the Wild, invites you to visit Town Pump on your way home for gas and snacks. Safe travels from Town Pump. We're at the half. Montana State leads Northern Arizona 36-25, looking to finish the regular season at 12-6. Get Coach Logie his 50th career win of the Bobcat Blue and Gold, coming hopefully in his 99th career game as the head coach of the Bobcats. All right, before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. You're listening to Montana State basketball. My name is Keaton Gillogly. Pleasure to be with you today from Flagstaff, Arizona, where the Bobcats lead the Lumberjacks 36-25 at halftime. We'll take a break with about 2.5 minutes to go before the start of the second half. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Ready to upgrade your space? Choose the local experts at Futura Cabinetry Inc. With over 50 years of experience, no job is too small. From cabinets and counters to closets and full installations, we deliver exceptional craftsmanship at the best pricing in town. Come meet your neighbors at Bozeman's best cabinet shop, Futura Cabinetry Inc. Quality, value, and experience you can trust.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins Lumber believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Lumber, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
Keaton Gillogly with you from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. We are ready to go for the second half Montana State leading Northern Arizona 36-25. Christian King led the way in the early going. He was knocking down his long-range shots in that first half. He had 13 points for Montana State to lead the Bobcats. All right, we're ready to go. The Bobcats can secure a 2 seed in the league tournament with a win today. They can secure a share of the Big Sky title, a share of the Big Sky regular season title despite all the injuries, with a win and a Portland State loss at home against Weber State today. One of the big questions in that game between Portland State and Weber State, will Eon Sane start, one of their dynamic point guard? He rolled his ankle on Saturday. NAU inbounds the basketball, and we are underway in the second half. Coleman knocking down a free throw line jumper, and that opens the scoring in the second half. So NAU picks up where they left off after a hot finish to that first half. They hit their first shot of the second half. The Bobcats have their lead shaved down to single digits now. Jed Miller kicks it out to Davis. He's open. His three. No good. Rebound snagged by Northern Arizona. Now the Lumberjacks can continue this run here. Down that right baseline, Coleman throws into the middle of the lane. Jackson lays it up and in. Travar Jackson, who averages 7 a game. He's been scoring more lately. He's got 4 total. The Bobcats have their lead cut to 7. And now it's starting to feel just a little precarious here. Almenrud run off the line. He throws over to Hodges down on the right baseline. Hodges one-on-one against Jackson. Backing in. Spins. Hooks. Way too strong. And NAU has the rebound. Lumberjacks into the front court. Up to Campusano. Toss over to Coleman on the right wing. Has it at the top of the key. Coleman takes it down to the right elbow. Pastored by Jeremiah Davis. Great defense. Around to Fort on the left wing. Goes left around a screen. Weaves to the free throw line. Pulls up. His jumper is good. But Fort making memories in his final day in Flagstaff. He's got 14, the senior. All of a sudden the Cats' lead has been cut to 5. Jeremiah Davis, left around a screen to the wing, works his way down to the left block, back to the basket against Fort, back it in, posts it up, puts it up, banks it home. Jeremiah Davis taking care of business underneath. He's got 4. Boy, you could feel the energy from the Bobcats today. Cats back up by 7. Coleman has it poked free, but recovers. Coleman bounce into the post. Jackson spins, hooks, short. Chris Hodges had the defense, and Christian King has the rebound. And there's a championship energy for the Bobcat coaching staff today. Christian King out of the left wing. Gives it up to Jed Miller. Then to Hodges quickly. From the right wing, handoff for Christian King. Skip past the left corner. Almenrud is open. His 3. Got it. Seth Almenrud pours it in. Starting to finally get the lid off the bucket on the road. So dynamic at home. Has struggled on the road throughout the year. Having one of his best shooting performances away from the brick of the year. He's got 8. Fort to the left elbow. Into the lane. Pulls up. And knocks it down. Oakland Fort just kind of finding his space. He's got 16 now. Putting together a career night. MSU with the ball. Here's Hodges at the elbow. Throws out to Davis. Rips that right baseline. Hands off underneath. Knocked free by Christian King, and it's out of bounds. King thought there should have been a foul there. That's why he lost it. Man, I'll tell you, you can tell that there's a championship on the line for Montana State with the way the coaching staff is coaching these guys today. They are typically an intense group, but that has been taken to another level today. MSU up 41-33, 16:50 to go in the game. Cats need a win to keep their championship hopes alive. Coleman, kick out to the right wing. Abelman slash into the lane, goes up with the left hand, left it short. Jed Miller had the defense. Jeremiah Davis has the Bobcat rebound. Davis to the top of the key. Goes left around the screen, throws to Hodges. He's open, rises and slams it. 2-hand dunk. Chris Hodges brings it home, and the Bobcats extend their lead back to 10. So just as Northern Arizona was starting to breathe down the Bobcats' neck, MSU knocking down a couple of shots. Almenrud with a 3, Hodges with a dunk. Now Fort in the lane. He bounced down to the baseline. Coleman tries a long 2, and it's good. Bad angle shot. Chris Coleman able to hit it from that right baseline. That's a tough shot. Bobcats up 43-35. Lob to Hodges. Contested catch, tipped, and a foul. And it's going on Hodges chasing down that loose ball, his second. How would you like to be able to listen to us while synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home? Go to syncmygame.com to find out how. Boy, oh boy. You could just feel the intensity radiating from the Bobcat bench today. 15:58 to go in the game. MSU up 43-35. Coleman up at the top. You only get so many opportunities to play for a championship, and today is one of those chances. Jackson hands it off to Ford at the top. Works his way to the elbow, snakes through the lane, hands it off. Jackson rises and dunks it. 6 points for Travar Jackson. 43-37, MSU leads, 15:30 to go. Jed Miller throws over to the right wing. King shovels down to Hodges, makes the catch. Posting up against Jackson. Spins, hooks, good and one. Took the whack on the forearm by Travar Jackson. Chris Hodges puts it in, and he'll have a chance at a three-point play as the Bobcat coaching staff, every one of them sprinted off the bench and went right to a different guy and started coaching him up. The fire is hot from the Bobcat bench right now. It is a sight to behold. Let's take a break for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. MSU 45, NAU 37. So the Cats leading by 8 with 15:23 to go in the game. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000, and in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
See every pulse-pounding, buzzer-beating play in astounding detail with a patient experience that's second to none. Experienced doctors and advanced technology. Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats, is your home for laser vision correction. Learn more at VanceThompsonVision.com. All right, we got a good one today as the Bobcats play for a share of the Big Sky title. A win and a Portland State loss means Montana State is a co-champ of the regular season. We could have up to a three-way tie for the Big Sky title this year. Last time and only time that has happened on the men's side was back in the 1975-76 season when Weber State, Boise State, and Idaho State all teamed up for a three-way co-championship. 15:23 to go in the game. MSU leads 45-37. Chris Hodges at the line trying to complete a three-point play. Hodges right now with 7 points today. Hodges lining it up. Puts it up. Puts it in. That got Coach Bishop up off his seat and applauding the effort. 8 points for Chris Hodges today. He's averaged 5.5 and 4 rebounds per game this year. NAU with the ball to our right. They move it around the perimeter for Oakland Fort. Toss up to the top, Coleman. With the lefty dribble to the left wing. Coleman nowhere to go. Cats cut off that action. Bounce past the top, back to Coleman. He turns the corner, one-on-one. Fall away, baseline jumper, swirls out. Rebound tipped and saved by Miller across the baseline to Christian King. Good job by the Cats to save that possession, and that just took a kind of a prayer of a jumper from Coleman at the end of that shot clock. MSU of the ball has the ball. Jed Miller throws to Howie Keene. Gives it to Miller. Bounce pass to Hodges on the right wing. And a foul. A hand check foul on it. Travar Jackson, his second. Only the third team foul of the night on Northern Arizona. Cats have 7 total. Inbound to Jed Miller. 14:35 to go. MSU up by 9. Miller pestered at the half-court line. Gets it to King. His pass tipped. Recovered by Howie Keene. Skip past the right corner. Davis rips the right baseline and draws the foul. Oakenfort gave him a bump, and Fort picks up his first foul. Now things tightening up a little bit. Chris Hodges heading to the bench, putting up some good minutes in that last run. Jaden Stepp replaces him. Seth Almenrud in, Christian King to the bench. Hey, Bobcat fans, your support to the Bobcat Collective powers NIL opportunities for Bobcat student athletes, helping them thrive on and off the field. Join today and make a real impact. Inbound to Stepp, hand off for Miller. He's doubled, poked away. Davis recovers, jumps out to Almenrud. He tries a 3-ball. Front iron, no. Rebound tipped out of bounds, staying with Montana State. Jaden Stepp with some pressure underneath. And the Bobcats really putting it in the hands of Seth Almenrud today. He's 2 for 8 from downtown. Got to keep on shooting. Into the right corner for Davis. Takes it out to the top. Davis one-on-one. Throws to Howie Keene. He tries a 3-ball. That's good. Howie Keene rains it in from the left wing. His first bucket of the day at his 12th Wendy's 3-ball of the year. Bobcats back up by 12. NAU has gotten as close as 5. But the Bobcats extending that lead again back to double figures. Abelman looking for room against Almenrud. Pass over to Coleman on the left wing. Up to the top. Campusano tries a 3. That's no good. Almenrud wins the rebound. Boy, nice box out by Seth Almenrud. Out to Jed Miller. Throws to Almenrud on the right wing. Into the right corner for Howie Keene and draws the hand check. Arne Osoynik put his hands on him. First foul on Osoynik. Yeah, you can't put your hands on a player who's starting to drive like that. Easy call for the officials. 13:34 to go in the game. MSU leads 49-37. Jed Miller will inbound. Bobcats shooting 51% tonight. And they're 5 of 8 in the second half. Lob out. Jaden Stepp brings it in on the right wing. Hand off for Jed Miller. Takes it to the left wing. Double team trap. Skip past the right corner. Almenrud works inside. Bounce pass to Keene. He's open. His 3. That's no good. Jaden Stepp, the rebound. The putback is good. Jaden Stepp with the offensive rebound. And able to lay it in. The Bobcat bench getting back up and hype once again. The Cats lead at 51-37 with 13 minutes to go in the ball game. Oakland Fort has the dribble at the top of the key. Throws over to the left wing. Abelman goes back to Campusano at the top. Drives inside, pulls up. Jumper's no good, and the long rebound picked up by Davis on a hop. MSU with the ball from right to left, trying to close out the regular season with a win. Bounce pass to Jaden Stepp. Hands it off for Almenrud at the top. He turns down to the mid-post, gets inside, goes up, and fouled from behind. Seth Almenrud had the advantage and did not give it up. And he draws the foul. Will go to the line for 2 as Diego Campusano picks up his first foul. So some of the fouls starting to evening out now. Serving all your garage door needs, StoreTech is raising the door on quality. Some other games are starting to get going now as we pass the 7 o'clock hour. Almenrud hits the free throw, his first. He'll have one more. Right now on the First Interstate Bank scoreboard, Northern Colorado leading Montana 35-29 early in the second half. Eastern Washington has jumped out to a 5-0 lead on Idaho with 18:48 to go in the first. Next free throw is good. Seth Almenrud stays perfect from the line. He's got 10 points today, and he's 24 of 24 from the free throw line for the season. Cats up 53-37, 12:30 to go in the game. Up the top, Jackson around to Coleman on the left wing. Then to Fort. Fort still with the dribble on the left wing, way out high on the logo. Takes it over to the right wing now, turns the corner, gets in deep, block. Jaden Stepp swats it away. Howie Keene saves it across the baseline. Stepp with a big defense, Keene with a rebound. Keene down the left sideline, into the left corner, Stepp, his 3-ball. Book it. Jaden Stepp with a big beaming smile coming down the sideline as he knocks down the Wendy's 3-ball. 10 points for Jaden Stepp tonight, and the Bobcats back up to a 19-point lead, their largest of the night, and it comes with just under 12 minutes to go in the game. Coleman up top for Jackson. Bounce pass underneath. And Shaw with the reverse layup. Can't get it to go. Howie Keene had the defense and the rebound. Keene down the right sideline. Skip pass to Almenrud. Goes up to Miller. He's open. Top side three. Boom! Jed Miller knocking it down from deep. He's 3 for 3 from downtown. Oh, a championship level performance from the Bobcats' heart and soul. The SoCal kid, Jed Miller. 11:20 to go in the game. MSU up 59-37. Coleman to the elbow. His jumper is good. Chris Coleman responds with a mid-range two. Cats up by 20. 11:10 to go in the game. Trying to put pressure on Portland State. Portland State does not have one of those top 2 seeds locked up, although they do have a share of the title locked up. But that's it. They could fall as low as 3 today. Howie Keene into the left corner. Over to the left wing for Stepp. Takes it up to the top. Handoff for Almenrud. Turns the corner. Gets into the lane. Stops. Pivots. And lobs it out. 5 to shoot. Christian King with 3 to shoot. King puts it up with a hand in his face. Off the front iron. No good. Keene taps it out. We got a whistle and a foul. And they're calling that on Keene for coming over the back. All right, let's step aside from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Bobcats staying hot. Trying to give themselves a piece of the title today. Leading Northern Arizona 59-39 with 10:43 to go in the ball game. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The fact that we've been in Montana for over 80 years shows our value and that we are here to stay. I'm Lisa Kelly, president of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana. We strive to be there for our members through all of life's journeys, from having a baby to starting a business to even in later ages when looking for Medicare options. We're there at every moment to support our members in sickness and in health. We're there no matter what. It's beautiful.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, mobile banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats.
Debilitating joint pain can keep you from doing the things you love most. At Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, we take a holistic approach to your orthopedic surgery, combining state-of-the-art orthopedic capabilities with whole health optimization. We'll work with you to identify and address any medical issues prior to your surgery. Our optimized health approach ensures your surgery is just the beginning of a new, pain-free life. Explore more at bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position with 10:43 to go in the game. It's Montana State 59, Northern Arizona 39. Cats are up 20. If the Cats get a win and the Vikings lose, MSU would earn a share of the title in a 3-way tie with Portland State and Eastern. Then it would be the Cats as the 1 seed. And from everything I've read, I believe it works out. If it's a 3-way tie, Portland State for sure would be a 3 seed. So they were the first to clinch a share of the title, and yet they could end up losing their final 3 games and then not even get that bye. Now, they have a lot to go. They will play Weber State later tonight. That game tips off at 8 o'clock. Eastern Washington starting against Idaho today. That game has tipped off. And Eastern Washington had jumped out to the early lead. Remember, the Cats and the Eagles came in to play today, tied for second place at 11-6. Right now, Idaho and Eastern tied at 11 with 13 minutes to go in the first half. Also, Northern Colorado pouring it on Montana, up 54-36 with 11:50 to go in that one. Northern Arizona inbounds the basketball. They have it to our right offensively with 10:35 to go in the game. Shaw into the lane, drives and kicks. Oakland Fort, the senior, his 3. He rattles it home. Oakland Fort going out with a bang in his final game in Flagstaff. He's got 19 today. MSU up 59-42. Cats have spread the scoring around with 4 players in double figures so far. Almenrud out near the half-court line, gives it to Miller. Steer near the half-court line, trying to dribble out of traffic. Goes over to Jaden Stepp. He tries the 3 ball. He's open. That's no good. Back iron. Almenrud tips the rebound, but Northern Arizona comes away with it. Lumberjacks in the front court. Coleman Ball moves around the perimeter to Fort from the right wing. Fort takes it to the top, goes back to the right side. Abelman up to Shaw, over to Coleman, all around the perimeter, over to Fort, left wing. Fort gives it to Campusano. Everybody's touched it, but it's all been on the perimeter. 8 to shoot. Here's Coleman, 7. Coleman puts up a 3. That's no good. Offensive rebound. Abelman back up. That's short. Howie Keene with a Bobcat rebound. MSU with the ball. Cats are +5 on the glass today. 9:28 to go in the game. Cats trying to finish this thing off, up 59-42. Christian King down to the left block. Skip out to the right wing. Almenrud to King. His open. His 3. Rimming. No. Almenrud skies in for the rebound. An offensive board and a foul on Oakland Ford. Boy, we're starting to see it now the last couple of games where Seth Almenrud just comes jumping out of the rafters for a rebound. Nobody covers him, and he's pulled some serious rebounds down the last couple of games. Coach Logie gets in Almenrud's ear as he comes off and heads to the bench. Into Jaden Stepp, tipped out of bounds, staying with Montana State. Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. 9 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the game. MSU up there at 59-42. Trying to put the pressure on Portland State and Eastern for that matter. Jeremiah Davis gets it into Jed Miller. Takes it to the top, goes back to the right corner. Christian King, he had the hot hand early tonight, has the dribble. Crosses over, down to the right block, gets inside, puts up the runner, and it's good. Christian King, after a 13-point first half, pours in his first bucket of the second half, and King has 15. MSU back in front by 19. There was a little bit of a run there at the start of this second half. That brought NAU back to within 5, but the Cats have been in control since. Drive down to the left baseline. Bounce pass into the corner. Here's a 3 up. Off the inside of the iron. That's no good. Jed Miller tracks down the rebound despite getting his jersey tugged on from behind by Abelman. Cats use a timeout. We'll step aside. Montana State on the cusp of a 12-6 Big Sky season, despite 3 starters being out due to injury for the year and their first big man off the bench out as well. And yet, Bobcats have a chance to end their final game of the regular season still in contention for a Big Sky title. Let's step aside for First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 8:29 to go. MSU leads it 61-42 over NAU. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
Whether it's game day or work day, Montanans count on strength, precision, and reliability. At DoorTech, we bring the same championship mindset to every garage door we install, service, and repair. Rooted in 6 generations of Montana grit and committed to excellence, we're proud to serve the Gallatin Valley and proud to cheer on the Bobcats. DoorTech, rooted in family, committed to excellence, focused on you. Come see us at our new location in Belgrade, 195 High K Street, or visit DoorTechMT.com.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Hey, join Champs' new Kids Club, presented by Billings Clinic Bozeman. Your $50 membership fee gets game tickets, Bobcat gear, and more. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/Champs Kids Club. 8:29 to go in the ball game. Montana State leading 61-42. Cats just used a timeout, so that's what led to the media timeout. We will have another media timeout once we get under the 8-minute mark today. They were been honoring the 30-year voice of NAU Athletics, Mitch Stroman, today. He's over on the far side right now, and he's on the call on ESPN Plus as well. They've got some flowers up for him. A bunch of his friends and family also showed up in gold T-shirts with pictures of Mitch, and the football team carried him around the around the floor on their shoulders at halftime. So fun to honor a guy who's been a pillar and one of the deans in this league for 3 decades. Bobcats, again, leading 61-42, doing everything they can despite all of the injuries to still put themselves in position for a championship in the regular season. So hard to do in this league with how even it is and how grueling the travel is. Jed Miller trapped. His pass is tipped and stolen. The Bobcats turn it over. Abelman throws ahead. Alley-oop caught by Jackson. Didn't have positioning. He goes up, lays it. Good. All right, so they trapped Jed Miller, and it worked. 8 points for Travar Jackson now. The Bobcats turn it over. Still lead 61-44 with 8:05 to go. Jed Miller pivoting around at the top. Throws over to Christian King. Goes right around a Davis screen. He dials up a 3. Front iron, no. Long rebound tracked down by Jackson. So NAU gets a turnover and a stop. And they're trying to build a little momentum here. Pass tipped by Jed Miller, but recovered by NAU. Over to the right wing. A 3 is up. Campusano reigns at home. He's a 40% shooter from downtown. His first bucket of the second half. NAU now trying to mount a comeback, trailing by 14 with 7.5 to play. So a lot of time left in this one. Jaden Stepp gets it to Jed Miller at the top. Goes back to Stepp in the middle of the lane. Goes one-on-one and foul on the floor. It took the contact before that. Campusano picks up his second. And the Bobcats will inbound when we get back. All right, let's step aside from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 7:20 to go in the game. Montana State trying to close out the regular season with a win, up 61-47 over Northern Arizona. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Great houses start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage with Sarah Kelzer and team at Rate. She is Bozeman's trusted mortgage specialist with 20 years experience that knows the neighborhood. We have great rates and personalized home lending solutions, and our decisions are made quickly so you can move into your dream home sooner. Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Call Sarah at 406-580-6604 or apply online. Equal housing lender subject to credit approval. NMLS number 400361.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road. Pump it up. Oh, yeah.
Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position with 7:20 to go in the regular season. Montana State leads Northern Arizona 61-47. On the go and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country? Download the free Varsity Network app available on Apple and Android with new features this season. It's easier than ever. Listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. Bobcats spreading it around once again today. That really has been that's been the key factor with all these injuries. So they've got 4 guys who double figures today. Christian King leading the way with 15, Jaden Stepp with 10, Seth Almenrud with 10, and Chris Hodges with 10 as well. So right now the Bobcats try to split this thing up and get this thing done, sitting at trying to go to 12-6 in Big Sky play today, as Montana State wants a second round seat and they want a share of the Big Sky title. They got a shot for it today. We'll see if they get this thing done. It's going to be tough. But, boy, they're trying to give themselves a great opportunity in the Big Sky tournament to go dancing once again. One NCAA tournament bid under head coach Matt Logie, coming in his first year after going 9-9 in the regular season. Cats trying to earn a share of their 7th regular season title as well. So Jaden Stepp's going to the line. He's got a 1-1 here after drawing a foul on the floor. And the front end rattles out. Northern Arizona grabs the rebound. MSU 4 for 6 from the free throw line. That has been a bit of a bugaboo for them the last couple of games. Bobcats on Saturday went just 5 for 12 from the free throw line. Lob into the post, out of the reach of Jackson, and it goes out of bounds. Little pressure in the backcourt now from NAU, playing desperate here in their final home game, final regular season game of the year. Jed Miller using the handles to get across. Cats up 61-47. Trying to finish the regular season on a 3-game winning streak, trying to play hot heading into the tournament. And a foul called on Chris Coleman, a freshman guard who was chasing Jeremiah Davis around the screen. And that'll put Jeremiah Davis at the line for a 1-and-1. Amsterdam Meat Shop, proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics and the Gallatin Valley. Next free throw is no good. Ooh, the Cats just missed 2 front ends. Coleman takes it to the top, turns to the elbow, gets down to the left block. Ooh, almost traveled. Bounce pass underneath. Abelman slices into the lane. Fall away jumper is good. Low percentage possession, but they got it done. Christian King with the dribble. Over to Jaden Stepp on the right elbow. Head off for Jed Miller. Picks up the bounce. Needs a little help here. Gets it to Christian King. Over on the right side. It's still at the perimeter. King has the bounce with 8 to shoot. Steps back, got his 3 block. Jed Miller makes a contested catch. He hooks it up and got it to go. Jed Miller. How about that one? A block 3 at the end of the shot clock caught by Jed Miller, and he's able to lay it in. He's into double figures now. And a foul on the defense on Jeremiah Davis, his second. 5 Bobcats in double figures. Christian King with 15, Jed Miller with 11, Jaden Stepp, Seth Almenrud, Chris Hodges all with 10. 5:57 to go in the game. MSU up 63-49, a 14-point lead. They've led by as many as 22. Into the right corner. Here's a 3 up. That's no good. Fight for the rebound and knocked into the hands of NAU. Out to the left wing, Fort. That 3, no good. Jed Miller grabs the rebound and then a foul. That foul's going on NAU. Diego Campusano, his 3rd. Intermountain Health, formerly known as SCL Health in Big Sky Country, is proud to be an official health partner of Montana State Athletics. That will also send Jed Miller to the line for another 1-and-1s. The Bobcats have missed the front end of 2 1-and-1s here. So Miller at the line, the front end is good. Jed Miller's got a dozen tonight. Approaching 700 career points in his 4-year career. Today playing in his 102nd game with the Bobcats. He's got 2 Big Sky tournament titles. Trying to add a regular season title today as that second free throw is no good. That is something to worry about. Cats are now 5 of 9 from the free throw line. MSU up by 15 and a foul. Seth Almenrud reaching out with his arm, drawing the foul against Coleman. 4th team foul on MSU in this second half. Toss into Coleman at the top. Crossover to the left wing. Working on Howie Keene. Gets inside, draws the foul before the shot. Laid it in, but they're going to say no bucket. And another foul on Almenrud. That's his second. 64-49, MSU leads with 5:30 remaining. Forcing Portland State to win today. If the Cats get the win, to earn a 1 seed. 3 ball from the left corner is no good. Offensive rebound, putback is good, and a foul. Campusano able to put it in. Coach Logie frustrated with the failure to get that rebound. Second foul on Miller. So Campusano going to the line, try to complete a 3-point play, trying to get this thing back under 10 points if you're NAU. They're getting close now. Free throw's no good, and Seth Almenrud has the rebound. So Cats with the ball, up 13. They've led by as many as 22. Logie up and down the bench right now, coaching his guys. Toss over to Christian King, then to Jed Miller. He lobs into the post. Jaden Stepp, mid-post right side. Spins to the left shoulder, gets in deep. Kick out left corner, Almenrud. Hand off for King. Comes left around the screen with 7 to shoot. King into the lane, runs into a double team. Kick out, right corner, Howie Keene. His 3. No good. Rebound tipped out, hauled in by NAU. Good look. 4:50 remaining. And a hand check foul on Almenrud. Wasn't moving his feet enough. Almenrud picks up his 3rd. 7th team foul, so 1-1 on the way. From jerseys to hats and more, fan favorites. Find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's at Kohl's.com. And a timeout called by NAU. We're going to keep it here. Meanwhile, the women up big right now. They're up 21-7 against Northern Arizona at home. They got about 5 minutes to go in the first half over there. They need a win and an Idaho loss to share the regular season title. And Idaho on the women's side is trailing right now. Idaho trailing Eastern Washington women's basketball down 28-25 with 6.5 to play in the first half. Meanwhile, on the men's side right now, Idaho and Eastern Washington battling in Cheney, and Idaho's got a 2-point lead with 6.5 to play in the first half. Portland State and Weber State tip off at 8 o'clock. .449 to go in the game. MSU up 64-51. They've led all night. NAU's tried to put some scoreboard pressure onto the second half. They got to within 5 early in this first half. Then the Cats built it back up to 22. And now NAU as close as they've been since that big deficit. Front end of the 1-and-1, no good. Rebound tipped twice, and it goes all the way out to the top of the key to Northern Arizona. That one's going to sting. Oakland Fort left around a screen, takes it to the elbow, steps back for a free throw line jumper, and it's good. Off the offensive rebound after a missed free throw. Oakland Fort, 21 points after that 2-ball. An 11-point lead for MSU. Huge possession now for the Bobcats. Christian King throws to Jed Miller at the top. Into Stepp. Steps through, goes to the rack, dunks it with one hand. Big time bucket by Jaden Stepp. 12 points for Jaden Stepp today. Bobcats were dominating the glass early today. They're +2 overall tonight. NAU with the ball. 4 minutes remaining with the Cats up by 13. Abelman near the half-court line. Goes left around a screen to the wing. Crosses back over to the free throw line. Kick out to Oakland Fort. He's been scalding hot tonight. Fort left around a screen. Turns to the free throw line against Stepp. Takes it down to the baseline. Nowhere to go. Gets rid of it. Abelman down to the right baseline also. He's past Jared. Just jacks it up. Hits the side of the backboard. Offensive rebound. Put back. No. And Howie Keene has the rebound. This coaching staff is frustrated with the rebounding effort right now. MSU up by 13 with the ball. 3.5 to play. Jed Miller needs some help. Gets it to Howie Keene. Back to Miller. Left around a screen. Still at the top. Gets the play call in. Miller. Over to the left wing. Picks it up. 8 to shoot. Bounce to Stepp. 7 over to the right wing. 5 into the right corner. King steps to his left. Measures out a 3 and drills it. Christian King puts it in. The emotion just pouring over on the Bobcat bench. 18 points from Christian King today. Well, you could feel the heat from NAU tracking the Cats down, and now MSU knocking down a couple of big shots. On the other side, Campusano reins in a 3. Oh, Coach Logie, he's got the vision tonight. This is what happens when you've got a championship on the line. 2:35 to go in the game. MSU up 69-56. It's a team that has given up some big leads throughout the year. Howie Keene pumps the 3, steps inside, skips it out. Seth Almenrud works into the lane, picks up the dribble, hands it off Jaden Stepp, baseline Jay, no good. Offensive rebound by Howie Keene, and the Cats reset. They can take this thing down to about 2 minutes now. Jed Miller out of the left wing. 9 to shoot. Miller still with the bounce. 7. Miller, double team comes. He runs away from it. Skips over to Howie Keene. Puts up a contested 3 that got blocked. No foul. Keene got taken down. NAU has the rebound after the block. They get the stop with under 2 minutes to go. Oakland Fort down the left baseline. Gets inside, reverse layup is good. Oakland Fort, though, rolled his ankle on the play, and he comes hobbling down. 23 points in his final game here in Flagstaff. He is gritting his teeth. That's one tough man. 1:35 remaining. MSU up 69-58. Jed Miller to Christian King. Skip pass to Almenrud at the top. Bobcats trying to milk this clock a little bit. Hand off at the half-court line, then back to Almenrud on the right wing. Throws into the post, step by himself. Oh, he battled, bruised, and still lays it in. Boy, he got whacked like 3 times and still laid it in. A Brazilian bucket from Jaden Stepp, a microcosm of the season underneath. Jaden Stepp's got 14. MSU up 71-58. Final 109 of the regular season. Topside 3. Campusano can't get it to go. Rebound won by NAU again, and then another foul. Fouls on Seth Almenrud, his 4th. I think Jaden Stepp got hit in the eye on that last play as well on the other side. And the Bobcats getting this thing done with 1:04 to go, trying to put the pressure on Portland State. Bobcats, with a win, would lock up a 2 seed at worst, still with a 1 seed potential, depending on the other finals around the league on this final day of the 25-26 season. Let's step aside. 1:04 to go. Montana State 71, NAU 58. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
Back in the First Interstate Bank broadcast position with 1:04 to go in the game. MSU leading 71-58 as the fans cheer one of the media timeout competitions at First Interstate Bank. It's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you. Member FDIC. Don't forget, we've got our final Cat Chat of the year tomorrow night back at Montana's Ribbon Chop House starting at 6:30 p.m. We talk to Coach Logie, Coach Binford, and we chat with both Jed Miller and Taylor Chirick tomorrow. Excited to talk to both Jed Miller and Taylor Chirick over at Montana's Ribbon Chop House tomorrow night for our final Cat Chat at 6:30 p.m. Free throws coming here for Northern Arizona. Check of the First Interstate Bank out-of-town scoreboard. Northern Colorado is mopping the floor with Montana today, up 72-49 with 3.5 to play. So Northern Colorado on their way to a 10-8 season. Montana about to fall to 10-8. First free throw on the front end of the 1-and-1 is good from Ryan Abelman. Also, Idaho leads at Eastern Washington 24-22 with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Portland State tips off in 20 minutes. Next free throw is good. Abelman hits them both. 11-point lead for MSU with 1:04 to go. Bobcats will not take anything for granted when they've got a late lead. Christian King makes a catch. He skips it ahead to Jeremiah Davis. Davis going right to the rack, lays it up. That's good. Jeremiah Davis with an easy lay-it-in transition, break of the press. Under a minute to go with a 13-point lead. Jeremiah Davis now with 6 points today. Oakland Fort throws up the top. Over to the right wing. Here's the three. Campusano had it come up short. Jeremiah Davis wins a physical rebound. Cats have it in the backcourt, try to pass through it, and there's a foul. The Bobcats are on the cusp of putting themselves in line for a potential regular season championship. They need Portland State to lose against Weber tonight, but regardless, they will end the regular season still in the hunt for a title, which is just no small feat considering the talent and the skill that has gone down throughout the year. A battered, beaten, bruised Bobcat squad has been unbroken this year, and they are still in line for a title and about to lock up at minimum a 2 seed. Free throw is good from Jaden Stepp. One of the more impressive seasons from this Bobcat team, not from their domination, but from their resiliency and their ability to continue to step up in the face of injuries and adversity. Jaden Stepp knocks it down. He's got 16 today. He's been one of those guys who has stepped up and gotten better as the year goes on. 15-point lead for MSU. 30 seconds left. Oakland Fort, one of his final shots here at the Sky Dome, knocks it down. He's cramping on that left calf. Oakland Fort with a memorable final night here in northern Arizona, and then a foul as Jed Miller will go to the line. Boy, what an important 2 seed at minimum to grab. The 1 seed still up, potentially for Montana State. Cats would be the 1 seed if they are tied with only Portland State. Free throw is no good from Jed Miller. The 1 seed would play on Sunday at 5:30. The 2 seed plays at 8 o'clock on Sunday in the Big Sky Tournament. Next free throw for Miller. That's good. Miller splits the pair. Bobcats on a 62% from the free throw line. That's going to need to be better when we get to the tournament. Shot clock is off. Final 25 seconds of the regular season. The Bobcats going to get this win. They started the clock before it was touched by Oakland Fort. Let's try it again. Know what's below. Tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana811.org. Bobcats have spread it around again today. 5 players in double figures, only playing 7 guys tonight. That's all they've got. Pat McMahon out again today. He is here in a walking boot. Into the lane, Campusano lays it up and in. Campusano slashes to the rack and able to finish it off. He's got 14 points today. Cats inbound with 20 seconds left. Jeremiah Davis makes the catch. Skips it ahead to Jaden Stepp. He takes it across the timeline. Throws over to Christian King. 13 seconds left. The Bobcats will be able to dribble it out. The Bobcats, despite losing 3 starters to injury and the regular season, still with a chance at a Big Sky title. A Portland State loss and Montana State would lock up a regular season Big Sky championship despite playing 7 players at the end of the year. And for sure, the Cats have locked up at minimum a 2 seed. They will be playing on Sunday in the Big Sky tournament with a bye. What an effort for the Bobcats, who finished the regular season at 18-13 overall, 12-6 in Big Sky play. They get Coach Logie his first win here in Flagstaff, and Coach Logie in his 99th career game now sits at 50-49 following this win. What an incredible effort this season from Montana State to put themselves in line for a potential regular season title and locking up that 2 seed at minimum. What an effort. Congratulations to this group for Montana State. They get this thing done. They applaud the Cats fans who have showed up today as Montana State wins 76-65 against Northern Arizona. We'll take a break. Coming back after this timeout, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Rib & Chop House. We have locations in Bozeman, Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Livingston, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. Join us on Tuesday nights at 6:30 in Bozeman for great food and fanfare with the Cat Chat Coaches Show. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Rib & Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats!
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Montana State Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
At Intermountain Health, we believe life is a circle. May yours surround you with insight, a healthy perspective, trust, and reassurance. The belief that our differences aren't that different, and compassion just when you need it most. Life is a circle. May yours help you live the healthiest life possible. Intermountain Health.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
Visiting West Yellowstone during the winter is a rare treat. The snow-covered landscape, frozen waterfalls, and frosted trees create a surreal winterscape. You'll enjoy our renowned hospitality, authentic Montana cuisine, and unmatched recreational opportunities. We encourage our guests to recreate responsibly and plan ahead to ensure a memorable trip. Plan your experience at DestinationYellowstone.com or YellowstoneDestination.com.
Bobcat Basketball has been brought to you by DoorTech, raising the door on quality, Montana State University, Mountains and Mines, and by Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, this is Bobcat Postgame.
Battered, beaten, bruised Bobcat squad remains unbroken, and they win to end the regular season with a 76-65 victory at Northern Arizona. The Bobcats are still in the hunt for their 7th regular season Big Sky title. They have secured at minimum a 2 seed in the conference tournament, so they will play on Sunday. If Portland State wins, they will tip off here in 10 minutes. If Portland State wins, Montana State plays at 8 o'clock as the 2 seed. If Portland State loses, the Bobcats share the regular season title, and they will be the 1 seed playing at 5:30 on Sunday night. Truly miraculous what this Bobcat team has done with all of these injuries. This has been one of the more special campaigns for this Bobcat program, and this is one of those seasons. This is why you talk about this golden age of Bobcat basketball throughout this decade, and boy, they have written one beautiful chapter throughout this season. We're going to talk with head coach Matt Logie in just a second. We'll get you caught up on the other scores, but first, a timeout as Montana State wins it 76-65 against Northern Arizona. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat basketball, presented by Learfield.
At Williams Homes, we're more than builders. We're family. For over 30 years, our name has meant quality, care, and homes built to last for generations. Because buying a home isn't just about today. It's about your future. Right now, we're locking in prices on move-in ready homes. No surprises, no shifting costs. Plus, for a limited time, get flex cash for closing costs, upgrades, HOA fees, or a rate buydown. Your dreams deserve a strong foundation. Williams Homes, built by our family for yours. Visit WilliamsHomes.com.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins Lumber believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Lumber, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
Ready to build your brand? Think Ink outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Ink and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000, and in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
Back at Flagstaff as the Bobcats have won it today, 76-65 over Northern Arizona. Montana State is 12-6 to end the regular season. They've locked up a 2 seed in the Big Sky tournament, and they are still eligible for a share of the regular season title, depending on the result from Portland State and Weber State today. Keaton Gillogly now with head coach Matt Logie. And, Coach, congratulations on a heck of a year and a heck of a win. I felt like you could really feel how much you guys wanted this game on that bench. You guys were coaching your tails off. The players were playing their tails off today. Just in general, what was it like coaching in this game and how much you guys wanted this one tonight?
I couldn't be prouder of a group of people, staff, players, managers. You know, it's been a complete team effort. We talked about this week the old Bob Green quote that we want to be like woodpeckers in a petrified forest. Just keep busy and look for opportunities. And when you do that, you'll be amazed at what might present itself. And so, yeah, we wanted this one because we worked really hard to create this opportunity. We've overcome more than anybody else in the conference in terms of injuries. These guys have been just nails in terms of their attitude throughout the entire year and stepping up for one another. And we had 5 guys in double figures today. This is as proud as I've ever been as a coach.
Looking up and down at the 5 different guys in double figures, as you mentioned, did win the rebounding battle +2 in this ball game, but just so many different guys stepping up. And you think about guys like Seth Almenrud and Jaden Stepp from the beginning of the year to where they are now. Howie Keene, a part of that as well, another 4 rebounds. I think one of the things that has stood out so much this year is just the guys who have stepped up and gotten better over the course of the year. How rewarding is it as a head coach to just watch these guys when they do get their opportunity to grab the bull by the horns?
Well, it's incredibly rewarding. I think that's one of the things our staff does best. And the longer the guys stay in the program and stay in the process, the better they're going to get. And we've seen a lot of guys really grow before our eyes this year. Our staff deserves an incredible amount of credit. Think about the roster we had at the beginning of the year with everyone healthy. I mean, a lot of depth, a lot of dynamic guards. We had what we needed inside. Obviously our depth got chipped away as the year went on. But, this process started last March. And to be here today on March 2nd, 26, couldn't be prouder of these guys.
All right, Coach, a couple of days off. We got Cat Chat tomorrow and then on to Boise. Congratulations on the win and a heck of a year so far. Your 100th career game will be in Boise on Sunday, and we know that for sure.
Thanks a lot. Go Cats.
All right, that's head coach Matt Logie. We're taking a break. Cats win at 76-65 over the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
See every play,